10,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's great. Yo, what's up guys? Paradox is back. Thank you guys so much for all the messages for the 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm just trying to do something good, and apparently you guys can see that, so I'm really thankful for you guys. I haven't been making these kind of videos for a long time. We're back with the Ask a Paradox. I think it's the 6th edition. You've had a lot of questions, a lot. Like my mailbox is full, and I don't know how to answer all of them, but I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna keep making the videos and try to get through all of the questions. I've been traveling around the world for the past 3 months since the last video, and I've had so many crazy encounters with people telling me that they like the videos, people telling me that it really helped them. I even met a few of the guys who I made who I answered to, so that was pretty dope to see you guys in real life. Yeah, I didn't know this had so much impact, and I'm gonna do my best to keep answering all the questions. So thank you guys so much for the support, for all the love, and for all the messages on wherever you put my messages. Something else, if you have a question, please put the question below in the comments. Don't send it to my Facebook, Instagram, Gmail or whatever. Please don't spread it. Make it in one place so that I can see all the questions in one place and can take them out and answer them. Because if you're gonna separate all the questions in different places, it's really difficult for me to get to remember whatever was asked and to actually answer them correctly. So please, if you have a question, ask it here below. So let's get into these questions. The first question is from Ryan Termoso. I can't say it with the right accent, but you know who I'm talking about. Do you put into consideration when you're joining a battle, the judges and whoever plays the music? I mean the DJ. Or are you the type of dancer that just goes into the battle no matter what DJ or judge is there? Because for me, I think in a battle the songs must be new and fresh, or if it's famous, it must be a different than the original. So he's probably saying that if he knows the songs because they're famous, he can't dance to them because he doesn't feel, I guess it doesn't feel new to him. Thank you, sir. So thank you very much for the question, and let's get into it. So do I look at the judges and the DJs before I go into a battle? Of course, I always do, but I don't really care that much. It most of the times depends on why I go into a battle. So sometimes I will do a battle just for fun or just because I want to practice, you know? If I go into a battle to just practice, I kind of really don't care what music is going to be played and what judges will judge me, because I'm not here for them. I'm not here to win. I'm not here to, I don't know, I'm here to practice, right? So in that moment, like, I don't really care. In other times, I will, yes, always look at the judges and the DJ. I will probably still join the battle no matter who it is. Unless, for instance, if it's a few younger guys who don't have the experience, then maybe I can choose to not go because I know they will not understand what I'm doing, and they will, for instance, pick a certain hype over a certain technique or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? But most of the times when I go to a battle, I will look at the judges and I will know kind of what the judges judge on based on either their dance or just their personalities. And I won't dance like them or for them, but I will always keep it in the back of my head that I will be judged by the way they think. Even though I think I win, maybe they judge something completely different. Maybe someone did the best beat kill in the world, but he didn't groove, and we have Buddha Stretch who is looking at you. Well, Buddha Stretch is not going to choose for your beautiful beat kill if you didn't do the groove, which is the basic element of hip-hop. For instance, you know, something like this, I will always keep this in the back of my mind to be able to either reflect on my loss or win, and also to challenge myself to work with the elements people look at. So I chose to practice everything myself. Instead of focusing on one thing and becoming specialized, I chose to be able to do groove, isolation, flow, concepts, groundwork. My groundwork's not that good, but groundworks, etc. And when I see the judges, and I know this one is about groove, and this one is more of a flow type of person, and this one is focused on character, I will try to, from my inside, so not to impress them, but from myself, from what I've practiced and how I feel it, bring out my own character, bring out my own groove, and bring out my own flow in the best way I can. So that's kind of the way I look at it when I practice. Now when it comes to the music, like I said, of course some DJs, they won't play the music that you can dance to. But it all depends on why you go into a battle. Are you battling just because you like dancing? Are you battling because you want to win? Are you battling for your personal reasons? Something else, maybe, you know? And that should create your measure of what you need from the battle or from the people that are in the battle, the staff, you know? For instance, for me, I go into a battle to represent life. Life has a lot of struggles, right? And in life, we don't always get our favorite song. We don't get our favorite day in life. So the same way, I won't always get the favorite song when I battle, and I see that as a difficult day that I have to get through. So I have to push myself to go through it, and when I do, I know I won this part of my life in battle, and later I'll be able to do the same in regular life as well. That's how I look at it. Of course, for everyone it's different, and for everyone there's another way of perceiving dance and life, right? But you asked me the question and that's my answer. So I hope it helped you in some way. I hope you keep going, I hope you're good. I'm sorry for such a late answer to the question. And thank you very much. Okay, so the next question is from the DZ. Thank you for being such an inspiring dancer to look up to. Thank you for taking the time to help us, your fans, to grow. No problem. Keep rocking the dance scene and never stop doing what you do. Thank you, man. My question is, friends of mine have told me that while I'm dancing at battles, I look as if I'm trying to hit every single sound in the music, and that it makes my moves and dance be everywhere, all over the place. I've tried fixing that, but I feel like it's just the way I dance. Do you have any advice for this? Yeah, man, no problem. Okay, the DZ, thank you so much for your question, man. I definitely have something for you and I hope it will help you. So, the music is without music, we cannot dance, right? So yes, the music is really important. It's not true you can dance without music, but you understand what I'm saying. It's okay to really get into the music and try to use everything in the music because it's there for you. But when a beat maker or an artist, you know, makes the music, they put all these instruments together for you to feel a vibe, a story of the full thing. And then when you go and separate all those parts, you miss the full and complete story that they were trying to tell you. So one of my advices, number one, is try to listen to the storyline, the full thing of the music. Try to get the vibe that is behind the music. Try to understand what the beat maker was trying to make you feel when he put those instruments together, right? He was making a vibe. He was not making sounds to make some crazy whatever. Well, some DJs do. For instance, some beat makers, for instance, a lot of dance beat makers, and I'm not taking a shot at anyone, but a lot of dance beat makers make songs for dancers to beat kill. And with that, they did not come from that same feeling of trying to create a story and a vibe and and this is not everyone, and I'm not talking to someone in particular, but just to understand that they do exist, and some songs don't have that vibe because of this. But try to always create the story, try to always feel a story inside when you hear the music. And this can be a literal story, like something that really happens, like in a movie or whatever, right? Or this can just be what kind of feeling, like does it make you feel happy, sad, angry? Like what kind of feeling is behind it? Try to really follow that, because that will help you to get another aspect of the musicality out there. Because when you separate the instruments, you don't give time to really get into the vibe and the feeling of the music. When you feel the music and then you separate it, there will be a storyline inside of that separation that you do. Another very important thing is that you don't become a slave to the music. And what I mean by that is this: if you listen to the music and you hear a certain sound, don't go and try to catch it right away, right? When you hear it, don't try to go after it, because it's really gonna seem like you're running after the music instead of being inside of the music. And I don't know for sure, but I think that's kind of what your friends are talking about. It's possible that when you dance and you try to hit all the accents every time you hear something, you're trying to run after the next one, right? You hear the clap here, and then you know, okay, the next clap is gonna be there, and you're gonna try to catch it right away. But that makes your dance look rushed because you don't give time and don't take time for one thing to completely play out, right? So with that comes another advice, and that is try to take more time and bring more expression to one sound. So if I, for instance, have the clap a few times, right? I'm gonna use this clap in 4 different ways to really get into the clap and into the music, instead of only trying to show you that I hear the clap, right? So first the clap, for instance, I will try to grab it. The second clap, it will smack me in the face. The third clap, I will duck from it. And the last clap, I will step forward and start my dance. And then I start. You see, I already created a story with the music with one sound instead of using a lot of sounds one after another. Piano, you know? Be at ease, take some rest in what you do, you know? If I'm gonna have a beautiful piece of ice cream, you cannot, they don't have a whole box of ice cream that they're gonna give you. You're gonna have a doll of ice cream, and then you're gonna have some fruits on the side, and then you're gonna have some cream on top, right? But the ice cream is just a little bit. Don't try to give them only ice cream. This beaker, this, because they're gonna get too full of it. You have to calm it down and sometimes show them that music. So like I said, when the music comes and you hear it, don't try to catch it the next time. Just keep it in your mind. Okay, I heard it, it was there. And try to keep it in your mind and let it happen a few times again so that it's really inside, and then later go after it. If I have the first 8 count, right, and I hear the sound here, I'm not gonna take it in the, when I hear it on the 4th, I'm not gonna try to take it on the 8th. I'm gonna wait a few 8 counts and then take it. That way it's more calm and I'm more into it, I'm more comfortable with it. Another advice that I can give you is sometimes don't go on the music, but go through the music. Sometimes it's better to not try to touch every accent because your movement is gonna become sharp. Ding, ding, right? It's always gonna be paced. And sometimes you don't wanna have a pace, you wanna have a flow, right? Sometimes you don't wanna be ice, you wanna be water, you know? So it's actually gonna make your musicality and whatever you do with the music, when you do hit the music and try to catch something in the music, it's gonna actually make it look better. Why? Because now there is a easygoing something before, right? And then it comes, and that's more sporadic. It's more appealing for people. It's more eye-candy, like, whoa, that was amazing, because it creates a story. So sometimes go through it and try actually to dance just on the vibe of the music and not even the accents. Force yourself if it's really difficult for you. Try to really get this inside of your body, and then other times take the accents. It's about creating diversity, about creating contrasts, right? Dance is about creating contrasts. When you have black and white, the black or the white is more, you can see it better. If I would have a black picture and I would paint black inside of it, you would not see it, right? I would have to paint white inside of it, and that you would see. Same thing with our movement. If I will go front, back, and I go down, it's very clear. If I go front, back, and then a little bit side, doesn't make sense, or it makes sense, but it's not as clear as it could be. Same thing with music. Don't always, sometimes through, sometimes on. Yeah? So that's my advice. I hope it helps, and I hope you keep on dancing. And thank you so much for sending me a message. I love all of you guys, and yeah, thank you, bro. So the next question, there's a few people that had a few questions that kind of are similar, so I'm gonna put them together and create one big ass answer, okay? I'm gonna name all of, there's a bunny in the back of mine. Okay, sorry, got distracted by a bunny. So I'm gonna take a few questions that seem similar or that have actually a similar type of answer, and I'm gonna put them together. Number 1 is Christina Romanichev 3. She said, hello, I would like to know how to work on sharpness and clean moves. Okay. Number 2 is Rian's Casera 2. Hello Paradox, please tell me how to use my brain in dance because I have a problem with battles. When I'm doing battles, my body is working, but my mind stops and it's not working. Then I'm thinking how to do so. So please help me with how to use my brain with my body, so together, okay? And the last one is Skip Cakes. So he had a big message with a lot of great stuff. Thank you very much for the positive feedback. And his question was the following. How do I push my body to follow my mind while dancing? Or how do I have more control? Because I find myself in a position where the connection between my mind and my body breaks. In other words, I lose control over my body, right? Or my muscles, and they can't follow me. I hope you understand my question. I'm hoping that one day I will have an opportunity of meeting you and talking to you, and I hope you see this message. Respect. Well, I saw the message and respect to you back, my brother. Okay, so these are a lot of questions, but they have kind of the same answer. It all works together, right? If I want to clean my body, I have to clean my mind. If I want to clean my mind, I have to clean my body. It all works together. So I'm gonna have a huge answer to how you can create cleanness in your body, get back into control, and not lose your mind when you dance. So not completely flip out and have the spasm movement that I used to have when I started dancing. You know, when you start battling, you get so nervous, like your body just goes on autopilot, but it's like not even calm, it's just, you just push. Oh man, I used to hate that stuff. And I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna try to give an answer right to where hopefully I can help you guys get out of that state, okay? The first thing that I wanna say is this. If dancing is like talking, we have people who speak before they think, and some people that think and then speak. The same works with our dance. We have people that move before they actually listen and felt, and people that feel, listen, and then move from that. Now, it's very common for us to start moving when we hear the music right away. We start getting into motion straight away. And this is like speaking before actually thinking. What will come out is a lot of, you're still searching for what you're actually trying to say with your body, right? You're still making moves that don't really feel to you like you're expressing yourself, because there's nothing you express, it's just movement to music. And then inside of that, sometimes you will find something and you'll actually react to the music the way you feel like it was good, right? So what we have to teach ourselves to get into control of our minds, to get in control of our bodies and clean ourselves, is to learn to be silent, to silence our body and learn to listen before we speak with our bodies, yeah? So what I would always do before battles or practices, I would put my arms in front of me and I would stand and I would play some very calm music, you could say, and I would just stand still for the whole song and not move. And when I would do this, I would kind of clear my anxiety. I would kind of clear and clinch and clean my body from all the motion that I want to do, right? And this really helps with that. And so silencing your body, taking time to actually stand still and not move, is really difficult for some dancers. And that's really interesting. So that means that dancers have an issue some way. They can't silence their body. And you need to have that Zen silence inside of your body. You don't need to, but this will really help you to gain more control right away and more cleanness right away. When you do this for 3 minutes, afterwards, the moment you start moving, every move that you do feels so controlled, has so much intention, so much meaning, because you first silenced yourself and then moved, right? Michael Jackson, when he moved and did something, he would only bring out that finger, and that finger was so impactful, people started dancing all around the world. So sometimes silence is stronger than words. Now we had silence, we had not moving. From not moving, I would practice moving in slow motion, teaching myself to move very slow. And this is also really difficult, because when you do this, everything is seenable. You can see everything. You can see if something is clean. You can see if something is not clean. I can see my hands move. Now maybe I'll move my hands like this. This is not that clean. But if I would bring it here, maybe this is more clean. I have time. My brain has time to think. right? Not consciously, but in my unconscious. My brain has time to process my movement. It has time to feel all the muscles in my body. So moving in slow motion and practicing to do whatever you want to do in slow motion really helps you to create cleanness and create control in your body, because you have to go through every aspect of it. You have to go through every little second of your motion. You cannot skip something and just, how do you say it? You cannot skip something. Slow motion also helps a lot with musicality, actually, because if you're able to move slow through the music, it's easier to grab something. If I'm doing this the whole time, let's say I'm bouncing, I'm doing a bounce, boom, boom, boom. That bounce is on a certain pace. So if I want to go to another part of the music, which is somewhere here, it's really difficult to stop this and grasp that sound. But if I become completely silent, now all instruments are open and I can go wherever I want to go. So this helps a lot with control as well. This helps a lot with cleaning as well. It is also important to notice your breathing, right? Some people don't notice it, and some people don't focus on it. They just dance, and whenever they want to do something, they don't breathe. And then when they move, after they breathe, man, it's really difficult to keep yourself clean. It's really difficult to keep your mind straight, right? To be in control. So notice your breathing. Some movements that you do, you're able to breathe completely. Like if you're in flow, if you're in a certain fluid motion, I can breathe through that motion, right? In groove, it's difficult, but there's a way, right? In isolation, I know for some people it's easy, for some people it's difficult, because some people use isolation and they just completely calm themselves down and just silence themselves. Other people, they press and then try to isolate, and when you do that, you compress everything, and then after you're tired. So notice what your breathing is like, okay? That's also very important, to try to get a certain rhythm. Every 8 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, whatever you can find. So try to be in control of that, try to notice that. This can help all of you guys becoming cleaner, becoming more controlled, having a better musicality, having a easier way of having more stamina. Another one, especially for the brain and for following the body, right? For having your body follow what you want in your brain, for having that connection. I call it pre-picturing. So when I dance, sometimes I practice, or sometimes I actually use in any battle or whatever, I use a pre-picture, a picture that I have put into myself before I actually move it. So I'll see myself into a position, maybe I'll see this in my head, and while I dance, I will go to that position, boom, 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 and use it in a certain way. Now, this helps me to really get that connection between my body and my mind correct. Of course, you can't do this right away in battle. Some people will probably be able to do it, and you're amazing. I couldn't. So you go and practice this in your house or wherever you are, and try to create positions into your head while you dance. So not think of a position and then go. While you dance, you think of a position, and then you practice dancing yourself to that position. Don't think of the position, stop dancing, go. You have to find a way to move yourself to that position, and also find a way to get yourself out of that position. Yeah? So think of a position, dance and go into it. The transition has to be good. Use the position and transfer or go out of the position in the correct way. This way you really teach yourself to get that mind in relation in the right way, in connection to the body. And this will later on help you with a lot of different stuff actually. Another one, and the last exercise that really helps. So in my previous video, or I think 2 videos ago, I talked about energy. Using energy works in speed, power, and size. That's what I said. All energy works in speed, power, and size. Slow, fast, weak, strong, small, big. Yeah? Now, to really get the control inside of your body, what you're gonna try to do is go from completely small to completely big. So when I practice it, I practice in 5 steps. Smallest, a little bit bigger, 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 and biggest. That way I have a measure and I can move between these 5 when I dance, right? Same thing with slow, a little bit faster, fastest, and la 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 la, whatever, you understand. If you're able to go from 1 to 5 and back, completely controlled, you're pretty much in control. So size from 1, very small, boom, to very big. And then try to use one move that will make it easier for you to see. If I do this, I can do it small, I can do it big, I can do it slow, I can do it fast, right? I can do it weak, I can do it strong, boom, boom. If you teach yourself to do certain moves from 1 to 5, you teach yourself the proportions of your body and your range of what you can do. And with that range, you're able to get more control inside of your body. Also practices your mind a lot. Also helps you with cleanness, because if you're able to do something small and then a little bit bigger, you clean yourself every time it becomes bigger or faster or whatever, right? At a certain point, you get to a point where the biggest and the fastest and one with the most power will all look unclean. But if you're able to practice this good enough, then when you go back, it will become a lot more cleaner. Something that really helps for getting my mind right when I'm in a battle. So sometimes we will go to battles and I'll not really just dance, I'll actually choose what I will do. So let's say, not exactly what I will do, but sometimes I'll say, I'll focus on this or focus on that, focus on that. That way, I teach myself to do something focused on under pressure, right? If I say I'm gonna only use groove, then when I go into that battle, maybe I'll lose, but I taught myself to go through that process in my head and actually stimulate my body and really focus and direct my body towards a certain movement way, right? And that really helped a lot for me. That really helped me to get more freedom when I battle, and that will get your mind better into the game when you're in a battle. Now this was a lot to take in, right? I actually have one more thing and I have to say it because I don't want to leave it out. What I always do is I film myself. Whenever I dance, I will film myself and I will look back at what I'm doing. If you can see yourself, that's the easier way for you to be able to picture yourself. If you can picture yourself, you can create a different way of movement inside of your head and make your body adjust to it. Right? If you're not looking at yourself when you dance, either in the mirror, mirrors also help a lot with cleaning because your body automatically, your mind automatically cleans yourself as it sees it, right? If you try to do lines without the mirror, sometimes your line, I'm trying to get a line off, sometimes one of the lines will be off, but if you are able to look into a mirror, you can clean that line. So mirrors help a lot, even if you freestyle. Now you're not always going to use a mirror, of course, because if you would use a mirror always, you're going to lose sight of 3D vision, so don't always do that, but it will help a lot. Back to the video, last thing, I know this is a lot for you guys to take in. Last thing, like I said, I will film myself, and this filming myself will help a lot for me because I am now able to look back at myself and reflect on my motion. I'm able to look at myself and see what I like, see what I don't like. And with that, seeing myself, I can create an image of myself in my head. And because of that, I'm able to become more aware of what my body looks like when I go into certain positions. I can imagine myself. So these are a lot of things that I talked about that really helped me a lot with getting a little bit cleaner, with getting more control of my body, getting more into the mind and body thing. And actually there's so much more I can say about it that I have in my head right now, but I know that if I would talk too much, which I am doing, but I really hope it helps all of you. And thank you so much for all the messages. 10K subscribers, let's get to the 20, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff that I want to do. I have some stuff in my head that I want to bring out to you guys. I want to thank you all my Paratarians for sticking with me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in one of the countries that I go to, and otherwise I'll see you here in the videos. Peace, love, and unity. Paradox out.